Okay, here is another dental assisting story time. For the people who aren't dental assistants, I'm gonna show you a little bit. So we have two different sections that we use. We use a saliva ejector and an HVE, and they have totally different powers. Let me show you. These are saliva ejectors. A lot of times we'll say close like a straw. If you're getting a cleaning, this is also what's used. It's very tiny and you can close on it, obviously. This is an HVE. You can kind of see that it's just larger in diameter. It suctions a lot more, a lot quicker. And then these are loops, if you don't know what they are. These are little magnifications. You put them on and the dentist looks through them, and it makes it to where they can see the tooth and the mouth way better than just your regular eyes. So now that you know all of that, when I first started dental assisting, I was so nervous with the HVE because there's so much suction to it. We tell our patients not to close on it, and sometimes like the water will get down like back in the patient's mouth and you have to go in with that HVE, and that was the scariest thing for me. Scariest thing. I did not want to do it. I'd rather grab the saliva ejector and say close like a straw. And so a lot of older patients can't hold water in the back of their throat, understandably. So I had this patient one time who was like, got really mad at me. He was like, I've never swallowed this much water before. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, it's wrong. I almost went in the back and cried. So this patient couldn't tolerate water in the back of their throat, but then the dentist, going back to those little magnification glasses, we're going to call them loops, couldn't really see the back of the throat, or he was just specifically focusing on that tooth, so we couldn't see all the water building up. And we're working in an area to where I couldn't just drop down, or if I were to drop down into like kind of the back of the throat, I would have been in the dentist's way. So I'm just sitting there panicking. I can just see all the water building up and I just can't do anything. I just can't. Sometimes like if it gets too much, I'll kind of just like move the HV around, like try and get the dentist to like move. But still, I've been a dental assistant for like 1.5 years now, and I still get freaked out sometimes. Like if a patient is gonna yell at me, like every time water gets built up in the back, I'm like, sometimes if the patient is super sensitive, I'll have this small section and the HVE, and I'll just do both. But a lot of times I have to retract with the mirror. Anyways, not fun. Yeah. Okay.